going to go over like what we're doing on Thursday so that you know, and if you have teams, then you can make sure that it's clear to them. It could not be any more simple. Then I just kind of want to go around and I want to hear your goals. It's the 20th. And so that means that for you guys that are new, today is the 20th. And that means that any reorders from all of our current customers, they've all happened. No, they're going to happen on maybe some different days through the month, but by the 20th, they've all happened. And that means that's the volume that we have. That's what you got. That's what you got in residual income. What are we going to do with the rest of the month? And so that's what we're going to do. If you guys aren't clear on your goals, I'm going to help you set some goals, and then we're going to talk about the action that needs to be taken in conjunction with those goals. Does that sound good? Before I do that, though, does anybody have anything that they're like running into that they need specific help with? Because I'd love to do this, because there's no doubt that if somebody is dealing with something, or if somebody is in a block, or if somebody is, you know, hitting the same thing, then probably somebody else is too. So let me ask that question first.
I actually am running into an issue.
Let's hear about it.
Well, just everybody that I talk to, they're really interested, and then they like, oh, it's too expensive. I don't want to spend that much money. I'm offering a free regimen right now for anyone that buys a tool. And so I had this gal really interested in the pore cleanser. She saw my post and all the guck in it, and she wanted to see it again. So I showed her the picture of it again, and she looked it up, and we talked a little bit, answered questions. And then today I followed up with her, and she's like, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, I'll give my opinion, and then I'll open it for anybody else to give their opinion. It sounds like she doesn't have the money, or she doesn't see the value, and you might want to talk to somebody else, because I can't imagine that you are offering a free regimen for somebody to buy a tool and they're like, no, I don't have it. And so like Tika and I were talking about, and you remember in the beginning stages of your business, you know, you do have a business kit, and sometimes you're able to cut somebody a deal. If you have half of a regimen, you can do something like that. But in no way would I ever tell you to give them a free regimen. There is nothing.
I still have some from the 10-year anniversary kit, and it's getting old. You know, they're starting to get old, and I'm not using the refine. We've already used, you know, one of the recharge. So I still have a recharge, and I have a reverse, and I think I used the unblemished in there, but I have a soothe too. So I'm hoping, because this gal I know, she suffers with acne and sensitive skin. So I was kind of like planning on being able to give her that, and she needs the help. She's complained to me multiple times, but I don't know how to explain to her the tool lasts a year. It's a really good investment, and I promise you, if you don't like it within 60 days, you can still return it.
Yeah. Did you say that? Did you say that?
I told her. I told her. Yeah.
I'll let somebody else say something if they might have they might have. And I know Natasha's really good with the price objection, so I would love for her to jump in here and give her usual on that. But in fact, when you have offered that much free stuff to someone and they still can't afford it, they're not your person. You know, you put them on your follow-up list, be super kind to them, make friends, and continue that relationship, right? But they're not your person. If they don't see the value in what they're getting already, you know, attached to the price tag, there's no way that we can give them anything else. Now, when it comes to the general price objection, Natasha, take it away.
Yeah, that's. Sorry.
Thanks, Joel. Go.
I think Tika was getting ready to say that's what she's running into.
I'm sorry, I'm freezing up over here. But yeah, I was going to respond to Kate. You know, that's happened to me a lot, you know, saying that they couldn't afford it. And I would offer, because I still have my business kit, and I would offer, you know, you buy 2 of the products and then I'll give you 2 for free. Yeah. But it is still too expensive for them. So what happens whenever they have to buy the full kit by themselves? They're just not going to do it. So I was like, well, maybe you can save up some money, then maybe we'll talk, you know, or, you know, something like that, because we can't give it to them for free, you know, so.
You can't. You're running a business and they want your product. You can't walk into any other store and be like, oh, I really want that whole living room set, but I can only afford the love seat. Can you please give me the and the love seat and the couch for free. Like, it doesn't like that. Like, if you want it, you save up for it. But I tell people, I'm like, listen, I'm like, I totally get it. Like, it was expensive to me too when I first saw the prices, but I've used so many other things in the past, and that they didn't work. I was wasting so much money. Like, a lot of people come to me because nothing else has worked. And they come here because the products do work. They have a 60-day money back. I was like, I completely get budgets and things. If buying your regimen means you're not feeding your family this month, then wait. Like, wait until you can afford it, because once you start using it and you can use the products for at least 60 days, like, you're going to be a believer. Your skin is going to be transformed, and you're going to see like why we're the #1 skin brand.
Yeah.
Don't be by all that stuff. Like, your business.
And quite frankly, someone like that, one of the things you never want to miss on them is a genuine, heartfelt, listen, I hear you. If you don't have the money, would you be open to talking about this business opportunity? Because it has XYZ for me. Not a lot. Just ask them, would they be open? Because what will happen is maybe possibly, well, Kate, remember you. What will happen is, this person will possibly be thinking about it. They're still looking at their skin every day. They're still unhappy with their skin, and they're thinking about Kate. And, maybe they say no initially, but they're thinking about Kate, and they're like, you know what? I don't have money to buy the skincare I need. Maybe I do need to do this. And so do not miss an opportunity. It's actually the kindest thing you can do to bring up the business opportunity for someone who really wants the products, but isn't buying them because of the price option. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. And I just she messaged me back, but I haven't read her message yet because I've been running around with the kids. But I think I'm going to do that and just say, I was thinking, since you feel like you can't afford it, maybe looking into, joining our team, because it's helped me do this, this, and this. And, if you're tight on cash, you can, for example, I sold cloth diapers so I could afford my business kit, and what it has done for my life, and things that we've been able to pay off, debt. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Last month
another thing is,
Wonderful.
they're saying it's too expensive, but that can mean like so many things for a lot of people. It may not even mean that they don't have the money. They may have the money. They just don't want to spend it on skincare at that price. Or they may just use that as an excuse. Oh, it's too expensive. Maybe they don't believe that Rodan & Fields is what it is, So it can be so many things. But I think the thing is, like, there's nothing you can say. There's no magic words or anything that you can say to make them become a customer. You just got to follow up, make yourself available and present, that you have your skincare business, and they will come when they are ready to spend the money.
Traditionally, whenever it comes to objections for everybody, if you haven't heard Feel, Felt, Found, it is not new. It's been around in marketing for decades. But traditionally, whatever they are saying, you either have something in common with them, or somebody that has something in common with them, I promise. And you're able to say, I know how you feel. This is what I found, I know how you feel, like I felt the same way, or I know how you feel, I have a friend and she felt the same way and this is what she found. So you're really able to just use Feel, Felt, Found in a way with everybody's objections to continue that connection. Because what you don't want them to think is that you're not hearing them or just cut, that's definitely not what we want to do, because we want to continue that conversation, and you want to be the person that picks up the follow-up whenever they're ready.
Can I make a comment, or actually a question? The people that can afford it, but they just voice that objection, well, it's really expensive. Is it wise to share that, well, if you were to buy separately the L'Oreal, is it L'Oreal, the ones in the grocery store or Target that are the anti-aging, they're really expensive. I mean, is it okay to, does anybody have those numbers?
I don't have those numbers anymore, but I know there's a receipt. It's on Facebook somewhere. I bet you could ask on Jackie's page. And somebody's probably got it. There is a post and there is a receipt where somebody actually went to Ulta and they bought everything that you would need to make up our Redefine kit and eye cream and roller and serum. Like, they bought everything. And they compared that receipt to what our package is. And they compared, the money back guarantee. They compared the results driven skincare portion. And that is out there. And I do think that that's okay. To not only do I think it's okay, I mean, it's the truth. And so I do think it's okay. And in that way, depending on who I'm talking to and what their initial price objection, what's really behind it, that's where I'll say, I know how you feel. I actually felt the same way. I've never spent any money on skincare before I started this business. What I've found is everything actually goes a really long way. And the coolest part is that every time I wash my face, my skin gets better. Like, that's what I generally tell people whenever it comes to that price objection, because before this business, not only did I not have any money to spend on skincare, but I also didn't know where to start. And if I had figured out where to start, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. I mean, I just wasn't one of those people. And I didn't see the value in it either. And so I believe that if somebody had talked to me that way, that would have at least helped me open my mind to it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions or things that they're running into? We can do this.
I have something. It's not really a question, but like, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I post something on Facebook, or I do a poll on Facebook, like, how is your skin routine, or what would you change about your skin routine, or it's like a yes or no kind of question, they'll respond to that. But then once they respond to it and you get back to them, or you message them and be like, hey, I seen you responded to this, I just wanted to follow up with you, they never respond. It's like, they want answers, but then they won't respond back. So, like, why?
Yeah. I actually am dealing with that right now. And this has been ongoing since January. And she talked to me. She said, I really want to talk to you about this. We set a date after date. She always canceled, and we would reset a date, and then COVID happened and her business shut down. And so then she was going to come to my open house and bring her calendar, and she didn't come. And I left a note last week and said, this is what I've got open. And finally today, I just said, I'm just assuming that when you once were real interested, maybe you've lost interest now, which is fine, no problem. Yeah. So I kind of put it back on her a little bit, because she's the one who originally talked to me about it.
Right.
And so
we talked about this today, so I'll let everybody else give their feedback on that.
I'll go. I mean, I don't know why people aren't responding back. They're rude. That's why they're rude.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
That is true. It is. I mean, I'm just responding to them because they responded or
right. No.
to my question. So I'm just responding back, and then nothing,
So they're not thinking about you the way that you're thinking about them. Like, you're thinking like, oh, they responded. They talk about way to talk to them. To them. They're like, oh, I commented. Squirrel. And then that's it. They haven't thought of you once since then. Maybe they have. It would be rare. And if you're writing them about something, maybe, I don't know. I love to call people out. Sarah, at a power, I have never stopped using it. So if I send a message and they don't write me back, I let them know, like, hey girl, saw that you read my message. Maybe you were at a or asked you for something, and then you totally forgot. I got it. Been there, done that. But it seemed like you were interested. Do you want to pick up where we left off in the conversation? Or maybe this might or not, but I don't want to make that assumption for you. So let me know if you don't want to talk to me about skincare, and I'm totally here for you.
Yeah.
I literally say that to people. And
that's how I feel, but I'm trying to be nice on the beginning, but I guess I shouldn't be nice.
Like, you forgot. You're just like me. Are you scared? Because I don't know what to say. Or some people think that you're going to come at them selling like they need to buy something right away. And be like, hey, I'm just here to educate you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about the products, here to match you up with things.
All right.
Say, can I introduce to you Heidi? I see when I don't usually use my iPad, and when I changed the direction, now I see more people, and I see Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Heidi is my business partner, has been for about a month now. If anybody tuned in to our virtual launch about a week and a half ago. And anyway, hi Heidi, anything you want to say?
Thank you. No, I'm excited, and the networking and the support is amazing. So thank you, everybody. It's been fun reading the threads on the Chatterbox, and yeah, it's been great. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out the delicate line of approaching people and following up without being too aggressive, too naggy. Because like what Tika said, I've had the same thing. You know, I've reached out and I've had a couple of responses saying it's not the right time or there's too much money at this point. But then other people, they just ghost. They ghost.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So yeah.
One of the most liberating things that I think I've learned in my business was, let me see how to put this, how to figure out who isn't my person. And so when you approach your business every day, and when I first started working with my business coach, Sarah, in January, she asked me a question that I did not see coming. And she said, do you think what you do is important? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But she really kept digging. Do you think what you do is important? And what we got down to was, yes, in fact, I do think what I'm doing is important. I sit here every day and I'm looking for my people. You all are sitting there every day. You sit down to work and you're looking for your people. It's your job to figure out who it is. Yes, no, maybe so. It's not personal on the other end. It's the other people that have the hangups. They're like, they have all whatever weird feelings they've got about it. And so when we are able to approach them in a very real way and say things like we do on Power Hour sometimes, like, hey, you know, I saw that you read my message. It's totally okay if you read it at a stoplight and forgot about it or whatever. When we take that, not take that power away, but take that weirdness away, where it's just not like that. It's literally my job to find people that want to do this with me, to find people that want to use skincare. And also, I am super thankful when somebody shares with me that they're not my person, because they just saved me time. Yeah. And in fact, I will use that language when I'm following up with somebody and they're giving me the runaround and it becomes relatively clear that that person just can't say no. I will say no for them. And, you know, lots of people call it the takeaway, but it's very powerful to say, you know, hey, Susie, it's actually completely okay if you don't want anything to do with this. Yeah. I don't mind. And I send that voice message every month to at least one person, because I don't mind. If you let me know that you're not my person right now, man, you just saved me so much time. Thank you. Do you mind if I follow up with you in about 3 months? Because things change, man. That's it. That's all I want to know. When I sit at this desk every day and I'm doing my daily activity, I'm just looking for my people, and so are you. And I really think whenever it comes to the concept of simplicity and breaking it down and stopping wasting the mental energy in all the places that we waste it, sitting down and just getting to the direct job of, are you my person? Are you interested? Are you open in looking at what I do and maybe being one of my people? I don't know. Are you interested? And, you know, one of the things that we have used in Power Hour that I love a lot is asking people, do you like what you're using on your skin? Like, are you enjoying it? Do you like the results? Yes, no, you're not. Would you be interested in looking at what I have? I really like it. And just telling people that, because that's actually all we're asking. And so I think for me, that was one of the most liberating things that I learned in business was it's not personal. And the faster that I can get down and categorize those people, then the faster I can build my business. Does that make sense?
I have another question.
Yeah.
So there is a big boom in pharmacy or pharmacy or whatever that makeup skincare company is. I guess it's a little new. And so everybody's like popping on board with my friend Raylene, who we talked about Rodan and Fields and stuff, and because she wasn't making that much money when she was with Unique. And she reached out to me and we had a good long conversation. She was really impressed. She was excited. She wanted to do this. And then she went silent on me, and all of a sudden she makes her announcement that she joined Pharmacy, or however you say it. And I was like, oh, bummer. but I didn't know if they had make like skincare.
They do.
And so I looked, and they do. I don't know much about it, but she seems to think that it's doing amazing things with her skin, and her before and after pictures, I'm like, yeah,
What's the question?
like I want to be nice, you know, and I support her, you know, as a friend, and just keep everything positive. And then the other day she asked me, she's like, okay, so don't tell anyone, but I've been using this that's supposed to help with like my spots and dark marks, but it's actually making them a little bit worse, and now my skin is super red. And so,
Home, honey. Come on home.
Yeah, come on, Holden's right.
you know what? I know you're happy. You post all the time that, you know, you're making so much money and this is amazing. And you have all these people that are, you know, joining under you, and you're sharing all your emails saying new business partner, new business partner, new business partner, order. But I'm just wondering if this is something like, you know, I don't hear much about Unique anymore, you know, and some of the other things like Tyra Beauty and things like that. Maybe it's a fad. I don't know, but I
Are
wouldn't put.
Are you asking my opinion on the company?
Not the company, just like, how do I respond in a way that I'm not going to piss her off, and I genuinely care about her, and I genuinely care about our friendship, and I genuinely care about her getting good.
So what I'm hearing.
Can I point something out really quick?
Oh yeah.
Really quick. So when you were telling that story, something that stood out to me is we had a big long conversation. So these are Bob Heilig's. I have heard this from Bob Heilig over and over and over again. If you are not building a team, you are talking too much. And it's so true. You want to know what people think? Like when we have long conversations with them and we tell them all about what we do, the business, the products, all that, they think, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I don't want to know all that stuff. No thanks.
Hey,
And then they get scared and then they don't want to do it. It's too much. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And that was just something I heard in your story.
No, yeah, I'm really happy that you jumped in on that. And the conversation was mainly just about our skin, like her reverse, because she's using the stuff that actually she thinks it's doing good, but from her before and after pictures, they actually look worse, and
So-
she's really good. So we just kind of discussed, like, maybe she has some sensitivity, and she asked like what I use for that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I thought you said the big long conversation was when she was interested in the business.
Well, I asked her, we kind of talked a little bit about the business, but it was more focused on her skin. And then I said, then we brought in the business saying, well, you know, you could purchase a kit at a 50% discount or whatever it is, and try it out, and 60 money back guarantee if you don't like it. But I recommend that maybe give it a try, because the results from our reverse, you know, regimens have been incredible. And she asked me a lot of questions. Like it sounded like she was genuinely interested.
So
So I would ask her, do you want to try the reverse regimen? That's what I would say.
and I mean, really, that the advice is twofold. You know, those people, mid conversation, you have got to start telling those people, you know what, you actually have a lot of questions, and they're really great questions. Let me hook you up with Sarah. Let me hook you up with somebody, because you have talked to a lot. I know you've been busy. You have talked to a lot of people lately, and we have got to get on some calls, because nobody wants to hear 15 minutes of what you know. Maybe my person does on a 3-way call with you, right? But nobody wants to hear that much stuff. Like, they want to know what's going on, what's the answer, who can help me, how can it help me, right? Like that's all that they want to know. And so getting these people, talking to these people less and getting them what they need, talking less and getting them what they need. So many less words with them, because you're going to end up spending so much time in conversation with people that aren't closing, or maybe they go somewhere else because it looks more simple. But in terms of what to do with her, I like what I heard you say towards the end when you said that you really just wanted to talk to her and tell her this. And actually, Kate, that's all you need to do. She's asked you for advice, and you need to say, I understand that you thought that you needed to go with this, but clearly it's not working. What I want
Hey, give me that. Why do you keep pulling that off?
What I want you to do is purchase this. This is going to work for you. The end. Do not say another word. She's asked you for advice. Tell her what she needs. Tell her how to get it. That's it. And then when it comes to these things, when it comes to these situations again, start cutting them off sooner. Because I don't want you spending that much time and exhausting that much energy in conversations with people when you're just warm up. We're all we're supposed to use three-way calls and things like that with each other. And
the Mad Mimi and videos.
Absolutely. It should be that simple. Where, in fact, those of us that are closing people faster, I bet we're spending way less time than people that are closing people slower. And it's
I guess I have to say I've learned that, and I've only been doing it for 2 months, but Sarah's really helped me. I was writing like these big old huge paragraphs and like sending pictures and telling about the history of the business, and then I'm like, and I was sending it to Sarah, showing her what I was messaging on, and she's like, okay, Tika, you need to cut it. and I did. And I literally have had 3 orders today. I guess it was 3, well, 2 yesterday and, 1 today. And it just literally like, I've just been cutting it short. Like, how can I help you? Like, just cutting it short. So to me, that's what I've been doing. And it seems to help a lot better. And it's taken less time for me. And I'm getting through people faster that way, I guess.
It really is the truth. And I mean, that's it. Those of us that have been around for a while, we've all made some mistakes like that before. We've all done it. And now what we want everybody that's new, or maybe everybody that's falling back into old habits, to know is shorter, quicker. How can I help you get right to it? Using these resources so many of us have spent a lot of time developing resources over these past 6 months. Please use them. These patterns and these just these systems that we're using. They're working.
And people don't want to actually talk a lot. They just want to know what they need. Tell me what I need to use. Like they don't want the conversation really.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to invite this girl to Thursday. Well, before I say anything else, Rachel, can I just tell you how happy I am to see your face and that sweet baby?
I know, me too. I miss your face.
You guys don't know Rachel, but she had a baby, and then lots of other things happened. And I feel like I haven't seen her in a really long time. And I just love you so much, and I'm so happy to see you.
I had a baby, and then all of the things happened. And then it's like, oh, yeah, life does continue as a person outside of a mom. So.
It's almost like having a baby was like
it does.
It does. My children are somewhere here, and I don't know where they are, but I do believe that they're fed and alive, and it's just fine. Okay. Okay. So, hi, girl. Okay. So, what is going on Thursday for you guys that didn't see the post yet? So the first thing, if you didn't see the post, go over to the team page and see it. There's 2 language examples on there. On Thursday, we are hosting a Zoom event. It is going to be the most simple thing that you could possibly imagine. Myself, Natasha, Kim Pataki, and Brooke down there in the black square, we are all going to be your presenters. Your job and your team's job is to bring at least 3 people to that event. Okay, I told Tika today, you're probably gonna have to write like 25, 30 people, okay? Your job is to bring 3 people to that event. When I started this business, Jackie Qualls told me to drive to any, just like she said last night, she's not kidding. She told me to drive to any event. And when she told me, she said 3 hours was driving distance. Anything that happened, drive, and don't you dare show up alone. And that is what she told me. And we used to have a ton of events in Nashville. Corporate would come and do events. Nashville's an hour and a half for me, at least, on a decent traffic day. And I would never show up to those events without a person. I tell you that to tell you that this is a virtual event. You don't even have to put pants on or get in your car or say anything. Myself, Natasha, Kim, and Brooke are all going to say it all for you. Okay? Your job is to invite. And we have made that even easier for you because we gave you 2 language examples.
Yeah.
That's it. Take those.
Can I just say, I already invited somebody and she already accepted.
Great. Great.
I've invited like 4 people and 2 so far have said, yeah, add me.
I will grab a Zoom link and I will pop it in there later. And so
Perfect.
once your people say yes, all you'll say is, awesome. On Thursday, I'm going to send you a Zoom link in the morning, and then I'm going to remind you again right before the event. I'll see you there. Here's an idea for you. I'm probably going to do this. I'm even going to say something along the lines of, I'd love to send you a virtual Starbucks card or whatever they've got in their town. Tell them to bring a coffee, a glass of wine, whatever they want to have, and come hang out with us. Because what we're going to be doing, and I'm so sorry, my thing is just going off and it's super distracting. What we're going to be doing is we're going to pop up there, and in theme with what we just talked about, we are going to briefly tell them who we are because quite frankly, they don't care. All right. We're just going to tell them who we are, how we came into this business, maybe our favorite things about it, maybe something that has been unexpected, something that has been expected, just very briefly, so that when doing that, our hope is that they'll be able to see themselves in one of our 4 stories. So they can be able to see themselves doing something. And then we are going to compile a list of frequently asked questions, which is not hard to do because I feel like we've heard them all almost. And we are going to question and answer style. Natasha and Brooke, all I'm going to do is type these up, and we'll talk about it in our group as well. If you guys have questions that you hear all the time that you're like, make sure we cover that, put it in the chat, because we're just going to do a conversation. And we're going to talk to each other about the craziest questions we've ever been asked. We're going to talk to each other about what's like the number 1 question you always hear. And we're going to get to answer those questions in our 4 different styles so that hopefully they can see themselves in one of us, so that they can see themselves then doing this business as well. We are going to close, letting them ask any questions they want to, any questions. And I know people get shy and things like that, but hopefully if they've had either coffee or wine, then maybe they'll be chatty and they'll want to have fun. I want you to really invite with the idea of them coming to have fun with us. Come hang out. You know, are you open to learning more about what I do? Come meet these people, come hang out. You'll learn a lot about it. We are going to, you all are welcome as always to make up any signing specials you want to, but please don't forget that we have another month with corporate cash back on the table. And so we're definitely going to mention that at the end. Like there'll be an invitation just like church, okay? There'll be an invitation to come on down that aisle. Those of you that don't know, my dad is a preacher and I can do this in my sleep. Okay, so we are gonna have that card and we'll tell them about the corporate cashback offer. And that's it, okay? We're not gonna put anybody on the spot. We're gonna let everybody ask questions if they want to. And then it's going to be your job to follow back up with them. Does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody?
Do you think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Just wondering, would anybody be doing an incentive to get them to say yes? Like, I don't know, something free, maybe a coffee card, or if you do hop on, you're going to get this, or
A sample maybe.
yeah, or yeah, I don't know.
Samples. How about samples?
I think that's great. And I'm not kidding. Jackie used to tell me, I don't care what you have to do to get them there. Don't come alone. And I was like,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
I
All right.
just posted about, I found some active hydration. And I said, okay, hey, pageant peeps, pageants are around the corner. You know, your skin feeling a little dry. I've got the solution for you. Try our active hydration serum for 3 days. I guarantee you'll notice a difference. And I got a lot of response back. I got way more than what I have, so I'm gonna have to quickly order some more samples, or I'm just putting them in maybe the little plastic things that I used to put in when I first started my business. and then in a little cute bag that they just screw on. You get them from Amazon. They're super cheap.
Yeah.
You get like 50 of them.
Yeah.
Because I could put a little Active Hydrate, of mine in there, I guess. And just, they were just like, oh my gosh, because I told them that it hydrates your skin, so makeup will go on really nice, and it kind of like helps, fill in your little lines or whatever. I've noticed mine are very much diminishing. And I had a lot of messages today saying, I'm super interested, tell me more. And I don't know if it's now because I'm a title holder, but people are starting to listen and react to my posts way more than they did, because I have been on a drought. You would not believe the past year.
Kathy, offer them anything you want to. I think, we don't want you bleeding money into this business. That is not the idea. Please do not hear me the wrong way. There's a new product out. If you haven't gotten it, get it. That is part of your business. Like, we sell these products. You might want to get the new products, so definitely get that. But we don't want to, we're not giving away everything. We're not anything. I think a simple $5 Starbucks card is great, because one of the things that I do know to be true is, as we're looking for our people, right? A lot of people don't know what they don't know. Actually, everybody doesn't know what they don't know. That's a fact, right? And so if you can get somebody that's open to it, they may not even know what they're looking for either.
Yeah.
They may not even know, but if you can get them to come to something like this, and I know I'm biased, but I love us a lot. I think we're super real. We have a lot of fun. We're actually friends. And I would love it if they would connect with us and see themselves being able to do this for whatever reason it is that they might want to do it. Yeah. I really, really love that. And if it's $5 Starbucks card or whatever it is that you want to give that gets them there, then get them there. And I really do mean that. So that's why I've challenged everybody. I want you to try to take that back. I want you to bring no less than 3 people to that. Okay. And that really means that you're going to have to probably invite 25 to 30 people. Bring 3 people to it. Bunch of people aren't going to care, but people aren't going to write you back. 2 people are going to tell you no. And then 3 people might tell you yes. And that's the goal. So that's Thursday. Questions? Great. Okay. Let's talk. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while. I really have. And it's funny because this doesn't really take any prep work. This is going to be fun for us that are doing it. And it's all about the inviting. This event will be successful based on how well we as a team invite. If we as a team do not invite, no one will show up, and we will just be hanging out with ourselves, which quite frankly is fun, but makes us no money. Okay? And that's not what we're there for on Thursday. And so it all falls on inviting. So let's talk about goals, and then we'll wrap it up. Let me refresh my pulse. And I have been asked this question about 5 times today. It is a fact. Pulse is slow today. I don't know what's going on. This may not even be all the way updated. So if you are looking at your back office, if you're looking at your numbers and then you know that they should be higher than they are, just hold on. They know whatever the tech people are doing, they're doing it. And hopefully it'll be kinked out or unkinked, whatever, by the morning. So when it comes to goals, how many of you are clear on where you want to end the month? Actually, this is a better question. Who's not clear on how they want to end the month? Great, good, because the first part of goal, you got to have a clear goal. Whether your goal is either, I don't care. I don't know if one is better than the other. Quite frankly, I've done my goals multiple ways, and none of the ways have been better than the other. The only thing that mattered was that I was crystal clear on it. So whether your goal is that you want to close 5 more PCs by the end of the month, or whether your goal is that you want no less than 1,200 to get in Jackie's Club. If you have not gone to go look at Jackie's Angels page, she's brought Jackie's Angels 1,200 Elite Club back, and it's better than it has ever been. So please go and check that out. If that's your goal, make that your goal. If your goal is a business partner goal, and I hope that it is, because we have a fun recruiting event on Thursday, then make that your goal. But whatever it is, make it crystal clear and make it non-negotiable. right? It doesn't mean that if you don't hit it, you know, on midnight or 2 a.m., you know, whatever, right? Those of you that are new, it's Pacific time. And so I'm on Central time. And so for me, it's 2 a.m. For Natasha, it's 3 a.m. But our business shuts down at midnight Pacific time. And there are those of us that have been around long enough that we have moved our clocks back to place orders on that month before. So if you need help with that, just let us know. We can hook you up. But that doesn't mean that if you don't hit that goal at that time, that you're a failure. That means that I hope that you gave it every single thing that you had. I hope that you didn't look at that goal on the morning of, it's July 30th, the 31st. I hope that you didn't look at that goal on the morning of the 31st and go, well, probably not going to happen today, but I gave it a good shot. Don't quit on yourself. Absolutely do not do that. So whatever your goal is, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to put it somewhere that's visible. Wherever that is. For me, it'll be up here on the computer where I'm sitting every day having to stare at it. You can put it on your mirror in the bathroom. That's a great place for it. Put it somewhere where you have to see it. Make it a screensaver on your phone. That is very motivating to have to look at that every single day, but put it somewhere where you have to see it every single day and make it non-negotiable. Does that make sense to everybody? You guys got questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have a question of, I know my goal, but I actually don't know what I need to do to get there? That's awesome.
Everybody sit.
Woo! Dang! That's what I saved the last 10 to 15 minutes for. Yes. Okay. So actually, I'm here for you. On most Monday nights, I'm here for you. What I would actually love to do then, since we have such a wide array of people, from brand newbies to cruising to long timers, I would love to hear your goals and hear the bones of your action plan. How many people do you know that you need to reach out to? What is it that it's going to take for you to hit your goal? Because we would love to hold you accountable for that in a loving and motivational way. Brooke, you're on my bottom right, and I'm going to go in a circle. Are you in a place where you can answer me?
Sorry, I was half paying attention. My kid's here, annoying me.
I thought it was because you were doing the Britney Spears ride while I was talking.
I've done that one. It's super awesome.
So what I did, I'm asking for you to share your goal and share what you know you need to do to get there.
So my goal is to sign at least 3 more PCs and 1 consultant. And to get there, I need to start doing more reach outs. I've been pretty lazy the past couple of days.
Okay.
I need to get back on it. With the whole possible deployment thing, and now just work is crazy. So I need to get my crap together and just figure out my life and do it.
Absolutely. I believe that you know exactly what that number is, and I believe that you'll hit it out. You have had a lot going on recently in terms of having a lot going on. So I don't really have any doubt that you're going to hit that. And I think that that's a good goal. It's a very reasonable goal. We have 11 days left in the month.
Oh, we do?
11? Yeah, we have 11 days left in the month. So for those of you who think,
let's do that 5 PCs.
No, yeah, exactly. But for those of you that are wondering, like, how much you can grow your business, you have 11 24 days left. Like, that's crazy. So awesome. Susan, what about you?
Hey, me.
Hi.
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 How are you?
I am
I
lovely.
just want to say hi, Susan. I haven't seen your beautiful face in forever.
Well, I was cooking dinner earlier, and I just was flying in the kitchen, and that was going to be distracting, so I just turned my picture off. I am currently at 180 and 846. I want to definitely get to 1200.
Okay.
I have a few people that I want to invite to Thursday that I think are very promising.
Great.
Now, if I can get them to say yes is another thing, but I'm going to give that a whirl, and I need to be reaching out more. I've been very preoccupied with my grandchildren, spending a lot of time with them and babysitting for them a lot. So I need to, get my energy back when I get home at night.
Yep. do you have time set aside where you know that these are good times for you to knock that out?
I don't right now, but I think that, with working at home and stuff,
Yeah.
there's no way that I can't just set aside a half hour,
Yep.
on,
And really,
on the state-owned computer, just saying.
yeah, I mean, and really, for those of you that are new, when you ask yourself, what does it take? How much time does it take? Those kind of things, when you break it down, especially towards the end of the month, we're not trying to waste any time. We're actually never trying to waste any time, but we know we all piddle around sometimes during the month. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. But when it comes down to it, you can set your timer for 30 minutes and just think about how many people. The one thing that builds your business, right, is reaching out and following up to people, inviting them to things. You set your timer for 30 minutes. How many people could you reach out to? Holy cow. 15, 20. I mean, if you're sending the same message to a bunch of people, probably 20 to 25. Just boom, 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 boom. 30 minutes a day.
An event on Saturday that I'm just going to try and, work my ass off at.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately, though, it was kind of a silly thing what happened on Saturday night. I was sitting around with my hillbilly neighbors. No offense to any hillbillies, but I was sitting by the fire, and this one woman, when I told her I was on Medicare, she said, quit it. And so we had the whole discussion about, you look so young, blah, blah, blah. And she said, how do you do it? And I said, well, like I've told you, it's Rodan and Fields. And she's like, immediately changed the subject. So
it's not your person, Susan. I don't think I want to work with her.
However, she's having a pool party on Saturday and invited a whole mess of us over there. So she may not be, but
they may.
Someone else may be.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, there's a time when you're talking to somebody that it's time to acknowledge that they are not your person, but they still have a network. And there is nothing wrong with doing your job and saying, I know, Susie, that you are not interested in this. I hear you and I respect that. I would really love some introductions to your network. I would really love if you would host an event for me. I'll give you cash because clearly you don't even want any product, right?
Right. Well, and another thing, when we were talking about challenges earlier, isn't it the hardest thing sometimes to say to someone when they say they're not interested to not go, oh, honey, you need to be.
I have my
with those, spots, wrinkles,
yeah,
whatever.
Chica was telling me today all she can see is bad skin, and I was like, oh, you just started. Started. So that's true. That's true. All right, Natasha, what about you, girl?
Moving on.
So many things. So this is a big month for me, month 3 of the level 5 circle and arrive at 5. And I have to do 4 in a row for arrive at 5 before I'm disqualified. My goal is really, really working hard with, but it seems that some of them don't want to work as hard as me this month. So also goal is to get some members that want to work really hard. So I'm hoping to sign at least 2 new new consultants by the end of the month. New preferred customers. The only way is to sign new preferred customers to reach those leaderboards. So I need some more of those. And so I need to have more conversations. And so I'm going to try something out this week. A lot of times I'm talking to people who need this financially for the regimen or, one way or the other, they don't really have money. So I'm going to try to change my mindset this week and not talk to those people on purpose. And I want to just talk to people that I like, who do other things and who are really same to this lives are. I'm going to try to find those people this week because that was me before this. And if I can do it, I'm going to give a little set shift. I've got a research list. Load those work days. I stay up really late, and all I do is fields. Here we go.
You got it. Susan, let me go back to you real quick. I was writing things down, and I wrote down 1200 Club for you, but did you want me to write down anything else?
No.
Okay. That's a great goal.
That's going to require me getting new PCs.
That's a
so.
great goal. I don't need anything else. I just wanted to make sure that as I'm following along with you and as I'm cheering you on, that I'm purposeful in it.
Thanks.
Bree, you're up.
So I'm lining my cabinets as we speak. So I heard we're kind of doing goals or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the $1,200 bonus is what I'm shooting for. I had an event last Friday. I was super, super excited about. I had 41 people and that accepted the invite. But it's been pretty much crickets. So yeah, I was really surprised. I was really excited. For the first time, a lot of people were like, yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, I'm interested. And I was like, sweet. Only one person took the skincare quiz. Only one person kind of participated in the video. I was having some issues on doing some posts with my phone, which I saw didn't go through. So I fixed those. But yeah, so I extended it. Tomorrow my household goods come. So I'm going to try and follow up with people in between all of that. But yeah, so I'm hoping in the next 11 days to finish up and get to the 1,200.
Okay, I just looked at your volume. I don't have any doubt at all that you can get from where you are to where you're going by the end of this month at all. And so for those of you that are new and don't know, if you have been with Rodan and Fields for 3 months or more, okay, then you qualify. I'm sorry, if you have been with Rodan and Fields for 3 months or more, and you are an executive consultant or a level 1, if you're any higher than that, you don't qualify, okay? But if you're an executive consultant or level 1, then you have something called a boost bonus that's available for you. I'll probably post it on the team page between now and then. It's been posted before, and it's in your library and in your email to go and check out. But as long as you've been around for 3 months or more, you either have a $50 bonus or a $150 bonus on the table. For those of you that are newer, chill out. You got your own bonuses that you're earning. You're earning your first regimen sale bonus. You're earning your EC bonus. You're earning your own bonuses. Once you've been in for 3 months, you'll also qualify for this bonus as well. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what people are talking about whenever they're saying that they're going for that bonus. So, so great. Okay, Jamie, how about you?
Okay, so my goal for my first month was to get 10 PCs, which I'm at 9. So,
great.
Yeah. So now I feel like I need a more lofty goal. Exactly. So I'm like almost, I think, at 70. I'm at 1641. So I was gonna try to get to 2,000 this month. I invited my neighborhood friends to a Brows and Bubbles event this Friday night. And no one's responded, so I'm gonna send some individual invites. I talked with Trisha about it, so reach out individually to see. I'm offering champagne, and I have all 4 colors of the brow boost, so I just need to do some individual reach outs to see if I can get some ladies over here on Friday night.
Absolutely. Jamie, I think that's great. And I love the way you said that you've almost hit the goal that you have in front of you that you set for this month, and you have 11 days left and it's time to boost it up. That's really great. Good for you. Bree, I want to tell you and Jamie something at the same time. And those of you that are hosting events right now or will be hosting events in the future, this is not new information to a lot of you, but it is new to you new people. The key to hosting events, so you can create the most beautiful Facebook event you've ever seen, graphics, videos, all of it. You can have a ton of fun in your live video and deliver some killer information. You can do all of that. But if you are not writing people individually, you are throwing spaghetti at the wall. You might have some pretty good success because you're in your warm market, right? And people are, yeah, that sounds great. And you might have some success. But in my experience, I have somewhere around here my own checklist for whenever I do events. And the second thing that comes after creating the event, I'll create the event, and then people will be in the event. And then the very next thing I do is I write all of them individually. You have not invited to your event until you have touched each of them personally.
Mm.
And so whether or not if you're in a group and for me, I don't add people to a group unless I've asked them personally anyway. So that checks both of my boxes at the same time for me. And I just love a personal invitation. And so Bree, I don't know if you have had a chance to do that yet because you have been killer busy. And so I think using your time to, in these next couple of days, touching those people individually, maybe you'll be able to drum up some more business that way.
So I reached out to them all individually to begin with. Like I didn't invite them unless I sent them individual messages, and they responded back, yes, invite me. Yeah. So I got 42 yeses. But yeah, it's just been kind of cricket since. So
yeah, that's really crazy. Maybe you'll have some success in your follow-up, and I would love to hear about it because I've definitely thrown some. Don't think that in 5.5 years I have not thrown some dud events. Like I have thrown some dud events, and I did it all right. Right? I've thrown some dud events, and I didn't do it all right too, by the way. But you can do it all right, and sometimes it's just not anybody's time. You can take yourself off and go again. That's all there is to it. But Jamie, I think you'll have a lot of success this weekend. It sounds like fun. Good. Heidi, what about you? Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you.
Oh.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm hoping to get my 600 bucket filled, and maybe I'm shooting for maybe 3 PCs. I have a couple of reach outs that I need to touch base with again from my launch that they seem pretty interested, but they just haven't, made the leap yet. So
Heidi, where are you sitting right now? I heard you say you're hoping to hit your 600, but let's just make that something you're going to do.
Okay. All right. We'll do it.
But let's just make that something you're going to do. Where are you sitting right now?
Oh, yeah. Like it's at 0. So I need to get going.
Okay, great. The good news is you have 11 days left. And I'm not kidding. When I was telling Tika earlier today, and some of your stories are even crazier than this. I bought my business kit with 7 days left in the month. I had never used a product. I had nothing to go on. Okay. And I still hit, I think I landed at 730 something. Yes, one of those purchases was my father. Okay. But let's just leave that aside. My point is I hustled. He was my last ditch effort. I hustled. I asked everybody I could. And in 7 days from purchasing the business kit to the close of my first month, I was able to do that. And so I tell you that to tell you that I have no doubt that you can hit your 600 and then beyond. With just, 11 days left is a lot of time. So great. So let's do this. Let's adjust your PC goal. Let's adjust your PC goal to 5 because I'm not sure what 3 would do, but I am sure what 5 would do. And if you get somewhere between 4 or 5, maybe even 6, especially if one of them is a bundle, they get a discount on one of the bundles, they get a better price, and your PSQV is of course higher with the higher sale. And I love bundles because they're good for everybody. And so if they're bundles, then your PSQV is even higher than that. And then again, if you happen to pick up a business partner through this event on Thursday, then your PSQV could land who knows where. Who knows where.
Okay.
That I joined Rodan and Fields on the 31st, the last day of the month, at about 11:40 p.m. And as somebody who didn't really know at the time, you know when somebody's going to join you. I didn't even join. I just decided in my head because we'd been talking about it. Anyway, one person, I joined with the big kid. It was 900 out of nowhere, right before midnight. It could happen. Keep talking to people. You never know where.
It's really true. It's really true. We're going to have a beginning of the month kickoff call starting in August and moving forward. And I will be really interested to hear how all of these pan out. I'll be interested to hear where your volume came from. Kathy, you're up.
My goal is 1 consultant and 3 PCs for the rest of the month. I signed a consultant, Heidi, and 4 PCs last month. And I've come off of 3 really good months in a row. And truth be told, I'm kind of tired, just kind of burnt out. And and then I'm mad at myself, and I'm a good former Catholic girl that I just am filled with guilt and over that. And so it's like, it's not even fun just kicking back and saying, I'm just going to take a break. I mean, not a long break, but I did 5 reach outs this afternoon. So
Gotta start
yeah.
somewhere.
So right now I'm at just almost 900 for PSQV, and boy, that kind of scares me because I just haven't been that low in a long time. I'm just, a lot of people delayed their orders this month, a lot, and I don't know. I don't know.
Give yourself a little bit of grace, dust yourself back off and go again. My PSQV is lower than usual this month as well. I have had a lot of orders recently, and my people just don't need anything. And so my volume, over these next 11 days, my volume is going to be new volume. So, which is great though, because that's new volume. And that new volume will come, that's new residual income that we're building. You know, some months reorders are heavier than others, but all months we want to add new income, because our new orders, our new people and new consultants and our new preferred customers, they become the residual income. We take really great care of them. Yep. Tika, I already know yours, but I want you to share yours with the team. Oh, unmute. I can't hear you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So actually my goal was to, I don't know, you call it the circle thing or whatever, the little circle thing on your phone. My goal was to
circle. That's all she wanted to do all month, was close that dang circle.
Yes, like I wanted to fill that thing up. So yes, I hit 614. So I was definitely proud of myself for that. But my next goal is to, I really have someone interested, and I really think she would be really good at joining Roden and Fields. So I'm going to really try my best to reach out to her and to get her to join. I really think she will. It's just getting her out there and getting her to join, you know.
I'm going to help you rephrase that. You don't try to
I will.
There we go. So it's super vague to try to reach out to stuff. Like, we can try to close consultants. That's not up to us. It's their timing. But reaching out is totally up to us. So
and I've reached out to her. It's just for her to respond back.
Yep, I know you have.
So I mean, I've reached out to her literally off and on all week because I knew, and I really think she will. It's just the fact of taking that step, like me. I mean, it took me a while. So I mean, it may not be, but I'm gonna keep trying because I really feel.
Tons.
Say what?
I said, you gave me tons of crickets. Tons.
It took me a while.
I think that's and we talked about 1,200 for you as well, and the paycheck that goes along with that, and that matching up with your personal goals as well. Tanya, hi. Mrs. 2-year road anniversary this month.
Hi.
Hi.
You saved the best for last.
Well, Kate's last.
Oh, okay. Well, you saved the best for last. So let's see. I would like to hit 4,500 this month.
Ooh, nice.
So with that being said, I got some work to do. I'd like to, I need to sign 3 more PCs and another consultant to hit that 45.
Okay.
So I've already got 3 people that are coming Thursday.
Very good.
So, but you know how that goes. They said they would be there, so we'll see. Hopefully they show.
Great. Absolutely. There's something that we didn't cover earlier, honestly. I mean, maybe instead of having 3 that say yes to come, have 4, 5, or 6, because out of the people that say they're going to come, you know, whatever. And we are going to record it, right? We are going to record it, so that's fine. But I mean, it's the same percentages everywhere that we go, right? And then out of how many consultants that you sign, how many are actually going to work, right? Like we've got those percentages all over the place. Tanya, I think that's an incredible goal, and I have zero doubt you're going to kill that. Zero.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's asking?
She frozen?
Are we waiting? Or are you frozen?
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me or not. It's storming
Yeah.
here at the house.
Okay.
It's slotting like crazy outside. So after you reach all your Facebook friends, of course I stay home, so I don't go out and work, or, you know, I'm not out in public a lot. So after you reach all your Facebook friends, what do you guys do? I know I've talked to Sarah about this, you know, but so after you reach all your Facebook friends and talk to everybody, where do you go from there? Like, what have y'all done?
How many Facebook friends do you have?
Well, I have 738, which of course some's men and some's women. But I was telling Sarah today, I've literally reached out. I went through my Facebook today and literally reached out to every woman on my Facebook. So after that, where do I go?
Are you involved in a church, a Bible study, a women's group?
Yes, I do go to church. But like I was telling Sarah, there's actually a consultant at my church that actually sells to. I don't know. I mean, I thought about making up some business cards because I was talking to Sarah about that, and kind of, you know, maybe do something like that. I thought about too, maybe I have a page on Facebook that Sarah had made. Of course, now it's mine. Maybe saying something like, do like a little drawing or something. If you invite 10 people that would be interested in this company, invite 10 people to my page and we'll do a drawing Friday or something, you know, something like that for some samples, or, you know, a little gift or something. I don't know. That's what my husband was kind of thinking. Maybe do something like that. I just want to reach more people, and I don't know how. I have Instagram, but not a lot of people on Instagram either. So.
When you say you've all 7 minus the men, was it just inviting them to your?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
What's that?
You're breaking
You're
up.
breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
I've done nothing. I don't even know what I said now, other than can you hear me now like 5 times. I would be interested in hearing
You're still breaking up, Natasha.
You correct me if I'm wrong. What I think you're getting ready to say is you would be interested to see what she said to all of those. Is that what you said? Great, good. Yes. And in fact, you have reached out to every single person, every single woman on your friends list. And actually, Tika is great. She sends me more screenshots than I count every single day. So a lot of these people, I'm assuming, just aren't writing back. But I would be super interested to know exactly how many messages that is as well. How many women are on your Facebook?
And I would also be interested about like the quality of those messages. What, you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Outside, so now you get the air conditioner. But like, I wouldn't count inviting them to your business lunch as a reach out, other than like, hey, I'm having a really great party. I would not count those to think like, oh, I talked to them and they weren't interested, and if they my party, then then they're not interested in this. Like, that's not the case at all. And I wouldn't even count that as a reach out, because it's not like exactly a personalized conversation. You're not talking straight to them. I would reach out again, like, hey, I'm so sorry, you weren't able to come to my party, or I missed you, or whatever. But like, open the conversation back up, because I mean, I'm in 3 years in the business this month, and I still see people in my friends list, and I'm like, whoa, I haven't talked to them in since my business launch, or since my event I did a year and a half ago when I invited you and you ghosted me. But like, it doesn't count when it's that far in the past. So I wouldn't discount all of them, but also make more friends. Like if you start looking like those friend suggestion things, like look at some of those. Like if you see a face that you know, maybe you don't talk to them, maybe you see them, you know, it's somebody you go to church with. Like it doesn't matter if Susie Q is a Rodan and Fields consultant too, just like add them. Like always be adding people to your network, not people you don't know. Don't be creepy, but like if there's some kind of a connection, like I have a girl that's a customer of mine right now. I never met her, but I saw that we had a connection with our children's school and we both lived in Germany. And I randomly messaged her and was like, this is just a really weird coincidence. We have a lot of mutual friends, whatever. And I was like, I feel like we should know each other. And then we started a conversation. And then a year and a half later, she became a customer of mine. But like, you just never know where like weird things like that will take you. So just keep adding people. And then events, like ask people to host events for you. In the beginning, when I had my business launch, I was like, I don't think anybody else is going to buy from me. Like, I don't know. I've exhausted my friends list, you know, because you invited everyone and only the people that wanted to buy from you did. But then I had people host events for me and then friend those people. And eventually, like, you just grow your network, but reach back out to all those people. And don't forget the men too. Trisha's really, really good about giving advice on talking to men because men have skin too.
Right. That was my next question. I was gonna say, like, do I need to start reaching out to them? But I don't want to be like,
men have skin too. No, yeah, men have skin too, and it's really different. We're just asked that whole man thing. That's wild. Men have skin too. You just ask them the exact same way. But I mean, I'm totally on board with her. If in fact you have talked to every single woman on there, if one of the ways that you talked to them was you invited them to the launch that we initially had, and follow back up with them. See, now we have Thursday. Two things. Now we have Thursday, and now we have the end of the month. You all have 2 reasons to talk to people, even people you just talked to last week. Hey, I know I just talked to you last week, but we got this thing on Thursday I'd love to invite you to, right? Hey, I know I just talked to you 2 days ago, but the end of the month is coming up and I'm just a couple orders short from my goal. Or I remember that you were interested, or I see that you read it. We haven't had a chance to talk yet. Anything.
I guess I just feel like I'm bugging people. Like I keep, you know, you see the things that I say to them, and you know, I keep talking to them, but then they never respond. So it's like, do I keep going or do I stop?
Stop. You stop. So, you know, one of the things I want you to do is I want you to keep, when you are in question of should I keep going, I want you to keep sending me a screenshot and say, should I keep going? And I'm going to tell you every time. I'm either going to tell you, no, that person probably just hasn't read your message. Write them again. It's totally fine. Or I'm going to say, stop. Do not say another thing because they have
like this afternoon, a lady, she was interested, and I followed up with her earlier this week, and then I just followed up again with her today, and she finally messaged back and was like, well, I'm using this kind of product now. Could you give me some more information? You know, so we chatted for a while, which I like to actually talk instead of text because it's so much easier for them to hear my voice and, you know, all that. And I did. I explained to her kind of my testimony, where I started and what it's done for me, and you know, where would she like to go? You know, would she want to keep her skin healthy? I mean, what is your concerns, or what would you like to see? Yep. You know, and
so for you, just refining that. For you, it's continuing to figure out, how can I help you? What is it that you want to fix? What can I get for you, and how quick can I get it for you? It's refining that system that you're working on right now. Because
and it's like she read them all, looked at them, but no response. So it's like, okay.
And you have, we really talk, we think about that, the red light, green light, stop, go that we have. You know, we don't have permission to talk to somebody anymore. We certainly don't want to be that weird kid at school who's just like talking at people and they're like, stop talking to me about dinosaurs or whatever, you know, like, right? We all encountered that when you're like when your kids are talking to you about video games and you're like, for goodness sake, shut up, right? Or like the newest YouTuber that I don't care about. We don't want to be that person, right? And so if you have that feeling, that is your gut instinct telling you to stop. Okay. And so first of all, we never want to even get that far, because we don't want to get that far because nobody gave us permission to give them all that information anyway. Nobody even asked for it. And that's one thing that all of us, you know, really new and old, we always need to remember. We're not given any information people didn't ask for. That's it. They didn't ask for it. Don't tell them. That's not it. Then we're just vomiting on people, and they're like, "Why is this weird lady talking to me about all this stuff I didn't ask about?" All right, and those are growing pains. Those are growing pains. You know, as hard as we try, we all do it sometimes. Some of us have refined it better than others, but we're all working on it. You know. Kate, what about you? What about your goals, girl? Take us home. Oh, you are muted. You cannot take us home on mute.
Okay. I have huge goals this month. I'm really going to push myself the next 10 days because my PSQV is not where it should be. And I am just like blown away on why it's so low. So I've already reached out to my 35 new names for this week, today. And I've gotten some messages back that they were interested in different things. And I've posted about Lash Boost and also the MD, the pore cleanser. Sorry, I can't talk. I had to take a pain pill finally, and so it's got me a little loopy. But I have invited 15 people so far to the event on Thursday when I saw your post. I've heard back from 2 saying that they won't be available that day and time, but I let them know that it'll probably be recorded so they can go back and watch it, and I'm happy to invite them over in my backyard. We can kind of social distance and they can watch. And then that way we can ask questions in person and they can actually see some of the product. And I think they're okay with that. And then I really need to talk to a couple people that have been showing interest in the consultant side of everything, but we have good conversation. They go Cricut, I follow up. They say, oh yeah, you know, I need to look at that. I haven't yet. We've been really busy. So a couple of them really, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think for you, for the rest of the month, it should all be about refining that system as well, really, because you have a ton of people in your funnel and they're not coming out because I don't think they have a clear path to come out. And so your job is to shine the light on what it is they need and how they get it, what you need and how you get it, and confidently tell them that this is what you need. This is how I'll help you get it. Just wrap it up as fast as you can. And for the people that you're talking to about the business, bring them to a call, connect us. Don't ask. Just tell them, hey, you know, we've talked, or I see that you have a lot of questions. Like, let me introduce you to Sarah or whoever. And then just pass it off, honestly, because that's the fastest way to do that. It's the fastest way to get the right information to someone and get that validation in the same way, because it doesn't matter if you're me or you or Tika or Kathy, however long we've been around, all these different variations of how long we've been around, we all need third-party validation. So what about a number goal for you? I am assuming that you are no less than 1,200.
1,500 is my goal.
Okay. All right.
And I think that that's very possible. I've done it before.
Yeah, you have.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yep. So keep your focusing on inviting to the event and inviting for people to inviting for people to learn more. And then I would also, since your funnel is so full, and I know that, I would focus heavy on following up with people. Following up, you know, hey, I know we talked about this. Let me tell you that this is what you need, and this is actually how I can help you get it. Let me help you quickly. So I
was super full, and I just want the bottom to fall out.
Yep.
And it will. The way it's done it in the past, you know, I have go slow, and then my funnel, the bottom of my funnel falls out, and it's just like this huge growth and very exciting times. And I also am trying to get in contact with my team members that have all just kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Sylvia and I are chatting a lot these days, which is good. Melanie and I, because she's pretty active, doing some things. I have had a chance to talk to Madeline. She actually got back to me. She's engaged now, and so she's like, well, I could use some extra money for like a better honeymoon, or you know, something.
Oh, I love her. Good.
Yeah.
I should say hi to her too. I haven't said hi to her in a long time. Melanie's awesome. You are correct. I am My goal is 5,000. It has been 5,000 for the past few months, no less than 5,000. And my reorders were low. I'm only sitting at 2,200 right now, probably 24 by the end of the night, but I've got to go from 22, 24 to 5,000, and that's my goal. And I would actually like to do that with one new business partner and then fill the rest up with PCs, because I need to fill my PCs just a little bit up. But 1 to 2 business partners and then the rest on PCs. And I am honestly planning on inviting heavy to Thursday and then using month end. That's exactly.
For Thursday, is it more general, or is it more consultant prospecting, or is it more PC focused?
It's going to be consultant focused. Please feel free to invite anybody though. We are definitely going to talk about our products. I mean, we're going to talk about our favorite products and stuff like that, but this is consultant focused. Absolutely. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I will tell you guys, when you have people that have said yes and they're coming or whatever, if you need to put in a special request, like, hey, will you please cover this because I got this person coming and they really need to hear this, just tell me and we'll make sure that we include it in there somewhere. So.
Okay, I'll message you, Sarah, because there's a couple things that I'd really like you to, because
yeah,
we're going back and forth on the phone and then Messenger, and they're just like, well, I could try this, and I'm like, girl, you have a pageant in September, you need to use Emblemish, because we'll see amazing results and your makeup will go on so much better.
Yep. All right. This has been a rather long Meetup Monday, but it's been lovely hanging out with you. I'm going to stop the recording.